I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Can I move my phone?
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know with this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. But the cops send a message. I don't care what any.
The celebration for Terence Crawford in Omaha took an unexpected turn only hours after the city honored him for his win over Canelo Alvarez. After the parade and late-night festivities, police stopped a blue four-door sedan in the early morning after reporting it was traveling at a high speed. Authorities said the situation quickly became tense when officers noticed a firearm on the floorboard, which led them to draw their weapons and order everyone out of the vehicle, turning what started as a victory night into a serious and troubling moment.
And ordered everyone out of the car at gunpoint.
Stepping out, seatbelt. I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tim Bradley shared his thoughts on what happened during Terence Crawford traffic stop, and his take struck many people as direct and thought-provoking. Bradley suggested that the situation felt less like a simple traffic issue and more like a statement being made to a fighter whose profile has grown to massive levels. In his view, it was a reminder that no matter how successful or celebrated someone becomes, the rules still apply to everyone the same way. He compared it to a familiar pattern where moments of happiness suddenly shift into tension, as if a great day is never allowed to pass without disruption. His comments connected with fans who saw the irony in Crawford going from a citywide celebration to flashing lights and a tense encounter, only hours later turning pride and joy into discomfort almost instantly.
I mean, Terence Crawford, he on the highest cloud, bruh. In his city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. So the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. Before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining now, the clouds is out right now. You can see him in the background. I'm gonna go watch this damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Oh, man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Yeah. Shoot. You ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You gotta have the law enforcement on your side, man. They gotta be looking out for you. For the good. Not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He gotta be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad. He mad to see you.
The security chief for Terence Crawford described the traffic stop as a frightening experience that went far beyond anything routine. He explained that from their point of view, the officers seemed extremely tense and their behavior quickly escalated the situation in a way that created real fear. Being ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint during what was meant to be a weekend of celebration made everyone feel like their lives were suddenly at risk. He recalled how fast the mood changed from calm to threatening and said the moment left a lasting impression on him. According to the chief, this was not just a simple traffic matter, but an ordeal that shook everyone involved and became one of the most unsettling moments of his professional career.
Was in the passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
Be a man who can receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Kasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot, but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after-party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally had my hands on top of the ceiling and inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the
According to police, an officer claimed a firearm was visible on the floor of the vehicle after they stopped Terence Crawford on suspicion of reckless driving. Reports stated that during the stop, officers believed they saw 2 firearms on the floorboard, which immediately raised tension and led to everyone being ordered out of the car at gunpoint. After further checks, authorities confirmed that the firearms were legally registered and properly certified to their owners, and no additional violations were found. Crawford was then issued only a reckless driving citation and released shortly afterward. Even though the matter was officially resolved, many observers viewed the moment as symbolic, suggesting that on the same day Crawford was celebrated as a champion, the city of Omaha wanted to reassert authority, making the incident feel less about traffic safety and more about reminding everyone where power ultimately sits.
Parade. KETV Newswatch 7's Pete Cudahy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmaderer and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha Police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by Crawford.
Andre Ward offered another perspective, highlighting how Terence Crawford has repeatedly faced attempts to downplay his accomplishments. Ward noted that before the Canelo fight, critics often claimed Crawford only won by decisions and not through clear dominance, a narrative that seemed designed to diminish his achievements and question his skill. In Ward's view, the Omaha traffic stop fits into a broader pattern of a champion constantly having to defend his reputation against forces trying to minimize his success. He stressed that while outsiders may try to overshadow Crawford's standing, these efforts can never erase the record he has built or the respect he commands inside the ring.
Tried to bury Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When he went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kaviaskis, he did numbers. There was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, the smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon, I knew this kid was gonna be that, or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from and they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm gonna show you. And he kept doing it time and time again, and he did it again against Canelo Alvarez.
Commentators have suggested that beyond the official accounts, there may have been deeper forces at play during the Omaha incident involving Terence Crawford. Some speculated that city leadership felt uneasy about the influence and recognition Crawford had earned, noting that his journey from local talent to world champion had made him not just a sports figure but a source of pride for the entire community. Analysts hinted that the traffic stop could have served as a subtle reminder to him and the public that established institutions still maintained authority. This perspective connects the episode to a larger pattern, showing how fame often brings challenges and places those in the spotlight in situations designed to test their position or limit their influence despite their achievements.
Police officer wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote-unquote reckless driving. And as he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report, because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. Come to find out, Terence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terence Crawford was driving, and in the passenger side was Terence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi, and a young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released and leaked, he never puts about the reckless driving. He never puts.
Amir Khan spoke out in support of Terence Crawford, stressing that no matter what controversies arise, his achievements remain undeniable. Khan praised Crawford's skill, focus, and determination, noting that he had always believed Terence would establish himself as one of the best in boxing. In Khan's view, the recent Omaha incident could not overshadow the fact that Crawford is a reigning champion with a legacy already secure, and he argued that attempts to pressure him or diminish his accomplishments would never change the truth of his greatness. For fans and supporters, Khan's words were reassuring, reminding everyone that genuine talent and achievement always endure beyond criticism and temporary setbacks.
I knew that Crawford was going to win. You see, when I watched Crawford train back in Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I seen him wrestling some heavy big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, we're like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
You know, as an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt, and they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about? Is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Ariel, I think it's the time boxing needed to change a little bit.
The stark contrast between official statements and the accounts of those on the scene created a clear divide in how people viewed what happened that night. While the Omaha Police Department framed it as a routine stop for reckless driving, Terence Crawford, head of security, described the situation as frightening, portraying the officer's actions as excessive and unnecessarily intimidating. These conflicting versions raised questions about transparency, accuracy, and accountability, leaving the public struggling to reconcile the calm official summary with the intense first-hand experiences of those who felt their safety was suddenly at risk.
Police report, but now we got information from Terence Crawford, his own team, and they're saying something completely different. If you listen, his head of security, Shabazz, said he was shaken up. He was like, I thought we were going to get popped by the cops that night. And crazy enough, he teaches classes on how to de-escalate and deal with police officers. So, you know, at least that's what they're saying his credentials are. So he knows how to de-escalate situations and still had a problem with Omaha PD. And the other thing that is different, he's saying that they didn't even know that he had a gun on him, or there was no gun on the floorboard, which changes things, So I can't wait till we get down to the nitty gritty and the body cams and this and that, because now this shakes things up. This is no longer the story we were being fed from TMZ. This is something different. The TMZ article said the cops pulled him over for reckless driving, fair if he was doing it, and seen a gun. And in my video, I said, if those things are true, then yeah, the cop can take you out the car for everybody.
City leaders quickly acknowledged the public's strong reaction and moved to address the concerns, with both the mayor of Omaha and the police chief issuing statements promising a full review of the incident. They stressed that an internal affairs investigation would take place to ensure transparency and maintain trust with the community, aiming to reassure citizens that the matter would be handled appropriately. Despite these assurances, skepticism persisted among those who felt the official response downplayed the seriousness of what occurred. While the announcement of an investigation was a step in the right direction, many observers noted that the ultimate judgment would depend on whether the actions taken matched the promises made. Analysts also pointed to a broader lesson, suggesting the incident illustrates the tension that can arise when a single individual rises to prominence in a sphere traditionally controlled by established institutions.
Department put out this statement. The mayor put out a statement as well. Really no meat to it, except like he's going to do an internal investigation. Everything else felt a little political. Okay, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terence Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving recklessly. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm going to read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. The police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested a supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Commentators suggested that those in positions of authority can sometimes feel threatened by the rise of others, especially when that rise earns widespread public admiration. In their view, the Omaha traffic stop involving Terence Crawford may have reflected more than a routine traffic matter, highlighting a tension between personal achievement and established power structures. This situation underscores a timeless reality. Those who gain influence often face resistance from those already in control. Some public commentary went further, raising concerns about potential bias and suggesting that the stop may have been shaped by deeper social factors rather than strictly law enforcement procedure. While many spoke cautiously, they argued that Crawford's experience could reflect a broader pattern of individuals being treated differently based on identity rather than actions alone, which fueled strong reactions from supporters who felt the incident was unfair and unnecessary. Regardless of perspective, the episode sparked a larger conversation about how communities understand justice, fairness, and equality in everyday encounters with authority.
Also incumbent for me to say that it will not be lost on a lot of people that Terence Crawford, being obviously a black man, being pulled over by cops in such fashion and treated in such a seemingly harsh way, will not go down well with a lot of people, especially in the black community, where, let's be honest, there has been tensions over the years between the police and the black community throughout many American towns and cities. So let's be honest, this incident will do nothing to improve relations between those 2 groups, that's for sure. Because make no mistake, this is an incident that could have gone very left, very, very left, and someone could have got hurt, maybe even fatally hurt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because we've seen in the past where incidents of this nature have ended up very badly. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are very upset by this incident. As I said, I've not heard anything from Terence Crawford or anyone related to Terence Crawford, anyone to do with his inner circle. I would imagine he'll be releasing a statement soon. There are some people online who are suggesting that Terence Crawford may have grounds to sue. There are others saying that he might not want to sue because Terence Crawford is a much loved member of the Omaha, Nebraska community, and he does a lot of work for the city, so he may not want to sue the city. However, it'll be interesting to see how this one gets.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more updates and insights in the next one.